Hello, my name is Isaac and I am the CEO of Obsidian ROV. In this tutorial, I'll be continuing my series with web programming. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add to the original file that we started last tutorial. And the way I did that is where I went to where I had the thing. So I'm going to go to my programming folder on my desktop, then go to projects, then go to tutorial, and then go to index.html, and I just drag them into Sublime Text. Right, and I will actually go to programming, and then I will just drag that into here to my browser, and this was it. Right, and so now we will continue. Cool. And I have multiple tags I want to go over today, but I think I went a little too brief on tags yesterday, and so let's actually get into it. And basically, what tags are they're a way of expressing some type of data in HTML. There are a bunch of tags in HTML, and I'm only going to be teaching you the ones that I seem to be using the most often, and the most often in the website, the obsidianrov.ml website. Right? And so the first one I'm going to teach you guys is the heading tag. And so essentially what the heading tag does is, well, it creates a heading. And I want to be able to tell the reader of the website, hey, this is an ROV website. And the way I do that is with headings, because it makes it stand out a bit. And we have a range of values we can do for headings. It can be h1, right? And this is not a self-closing tag. You will have to create a closing tag yourself with this /, right? And then you could type in your heading. This ROV. Right? Cool. So let's do that. Oh, yep, there we go. This is a really nice head. Well, it's not very nice at this point because I haven't taught you guys how to style stuff, but actually I'm going to preview that. What you can do actually to make it centered is you can say, without doing anything with CSS, is you can do style equals align, or text align, center. And you can do that, refresh, and there you go. But there is a more advanced way to that with CSS, which is a style language, and I'll teach you guys that later on in the series, which is actually not too far away, right? And so the H1 is pretty much the largest way to do a heading. If we want something to be, stand out a little less, we can do an H6 tag, and of course, I hit the enter key. An H6, and of course I'm gonna have to change both of these to H6. I will just do that. There we go. As you can see, it's very hard to see. You'd have to zoom in to get that same, text and the size of that text, right? And so the second one that we're gonna go over now is going to be bolded items. And essentially, what's special about bolded items? Pause. All right. So, and we shall continue. So the way we make things bolded, say we want to have things like, we want to make things a little more emphasized. We can do that either two ways: by italicizing something or by bolding something. I'm gonna go first by bolding something because I seem to use this more often. And we have two ways to do this: with the strong method and with the B method. We can say strong, and of course we're going to have to make a closing tag ourselves. So we're going to have to do that. And the text inside these tags, the text in between these opening and closing tags, is a text the text is going to be bolded. So if we hit save and then we do that, as you can see here, underwater is, bolded. That's good. That's really cool. All right. And now I will show you the other way. The other way is with the B method. This is how we can make things bolded. And then hit save, refresh, and you see it's the same exact thing. However, I do recommend you use a strong method because that's just good programming. And the reason for that is because many types of software, such as like reading software for those who cannot see very well or for those who are blind, many of these programs emphasize when they come across strong tags, but they may not recognize B tags, and that's just good programming. So I'd recommend that you use the strong tag. And also, while I'm at it, I'll show you something that is really cool and that you'll have to use all throughout programming, and that is comments. You can comment things out just in HTML. In HTML, it's kind of less intuitive, however, it does work. And the syntax is like this. You have, of course, your opening tag thing, your less than sign, you have your exclamation, and you have two of these dashes, or two of these minus signs, and then your text, whatever text you want, and you text. And then you'll close these off with two minus signs and then a greater than sign. Cool. And in this case, I'll say that this is our strong paragraph. So this is our strong paragraph. And now I will show you how to do an italicized paragraph or an emphasized paragraph. So I'll create another comment and I'll say emphasized paragraph. And the reason why we use comments is so that we know, or so that our code is more organized and easier to read. So or italicized. I can't spell that either. But I think this is correct spelling. Anyways, so we can say something like ROVs utilize intelligent thinking. Okay, kind of cliche, but it gets the job done. And the first way, and the most recommended way, is going to be the EM way. And this, of course, stands for emphasized, or I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. And emphasized, and so if we reload this page, we have intelligent that is italicized, as you can see. Oh, maybe this is a little too. There we go. Intelligent is italicized, right? And so now, essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you the list tag, and the list tag, it's I use it quite often, I guess, and let's go through it. Let's go to it. So right now, I'm just going to create a random list, or yeah, a random list, and I will create a paragraph first, because if you guys know, we can have other tags within certain tags, and I'll show you that right now. So let's have our code, our HTML, some HTML stuff. I can say some basic components, some basic of an ROV R, and then I'll say, and then within it, right here after this, I will have a bulleted list. And to do a bulleted list, we're going to have an unordered list, which is UL. We're going to have the UL tags, and of course, we're going to have to create a closing tag for that. And the text in here is going to be list tags. And list tags essentially, well, you'll see. Let's learn through example. You can say PVC frame. So of course, we know that this is our basic paragraph. However, this is the new part. This part where it says PVC frame, and then we can check our code within the browser by saying Control U right here. This is really cool. You can check that with any website. If you, in fact, if you're watching this from YouTube, you can just directly do Control U if you're on a computer, or I don't know. I think on Mac is Command U, but yeah. Right here is our UL list, and the reason why it turned out to be bulleted is because we use an unordered list or a UL list, and our entry doesn't actually register until we say that it is a list entry right here, right? And the text that goes within this list entry is the stuff that goes here, right? In this case, it's PVC frame. And let's add more stuff to show you the application of the li tag. Okay. Right? And it's also, right? So, as you can see here, another list entry has been added because we have added another li tag. Oh, no. So, now I'm going to be teaching you guys about or ordered list in this case. Ordered lists are with like numbers, and ordered lists we just change it to OL instead of UL. And so let's see what happens. It's gonna do 1, 2, and then it'll keep on going forever. So let's add software. I could say. Okay, so as you can see, the number keeps changing. It's like a numbered list on Word, Microsoft Word. Cool. So now let's move on to, I think it's the final part of today, and that is the horizontal rule. If we want to separate, say, this part of the code and this part, we can do so very easily. And let me show you how to do that. Okay, I'm sorry. And the way we do that is by having a horizontal rule. So I will comment out horizontal rule. My typing isn't very great when I'm in videos. So horizontal. What? Horizontal. And as you can see, you don't have to have a closing tag because all it is a little divider. And because you're not going to have any tags, any sort of communications within the actual tags, and so therefore you just do that. You don't need. Yeah, there we go. And so in this case, our text is divided, and we have ourselves a web page with information, to say the least. And I'm Isaac. I'll see you in the next.